Good morning, Americans. This is your favorite alien speaking on Monday, August 15th. Nice and cloudy day here in Georgia, around 60 degrees. I wanted to do a video today on the situation that the Americans find themselves in. Very dangerous, but the American government won't tell you that. And it's serious because of the situation that occurred. So I'll call this video the law of unintended consequences, especially for you Americans. So here it goes. You all know about the situation in Turkey with the Saudi Arabia, right? In their consulate. Here's the problem, Americans. You guys don't have any comprehension in watermelons for brains. And I don't want to put you down, but this is why I say you got watermelons for brains. You got a situation with Saudi Arabia, which is a very country that has a distinct way of doing things about 180 degrees from yours. And you call them a very good ally. I wouldn't call Saudi Arabia that, but anyway, that's you guys' business. As an alien speaking from another planet, and this is why we have the Prime Directive, as what you call in Star Trek the Prime Directive, do not interfere with other people's affairs, and this is a good example of that. Here's why. This is what got you in the mess. You got this guy, Mr. Khashoggi, who is, as you guys call him, a dissident. We call him a pain in the ass. The Saudi Arabians call him something else, and they wanted to obliterate him. So, okay, so you guys give him asylum and a pulpit, otherwise known as the Washington Post, I believe, which is a pain in the ass newspaper to start with. But anyway, so you give him a bully pulpit. So here's a guy with an agenda. And he goes to Turkey. Into the consulate are the very people that he's harassing. Really big time in the Washington Post in his columns. And you know that those people happen for him. The Saudi Arabians don't like him, and they like to eliminate people like him. So he goes into the consulate and doesn't come out. Bingo. He got murdered? Well, maybe he did. There's no proof there. But the problem is your situation here. You gave him a residency here in the United States, which you should never have. You shouldn't have interfered in the internal affairs of Saudi Arabia. If he's a pain in the ass, well, let him go to another country and be a pain in the ass. It's like me being here from Panama and bad-mouthing Panama, and then trying to go to one of their consulates in a third-party country. Now, Turkey is in a strange situation because remember the Geneva Convention you guys signed about 100 years ago with diplomatic immunity? And that any embassy, and remember, a consulate is a small embassy, so it's get the same protections that an embassy has. It's like a small embassy in one of the other cities. An embassy is in your capital city of your country. So, the murder was committed in a Saudi Arabia territory. Therefore, it should not be part of Turkey. What Turkey should do is say, okay, who killed the crime? Who killed them? Tell Saudi Arabia they got 24 hours to send them home. That is the best thing to do because it's an internal situation. And the Americans should butt out. This has nothing to do with them. As an alien speaking like that, that's what we have when we have our diplomatic relations in our federation. We don't have this blanket absolute territory. If you kill somebody on the Federation territory, they have to present that somebody. Diplomatic immunity does not cover murder, does not cover assaults, and does not cover crime. That is one of the things that we have in diplomatic immunity. You commit a crime in the territory. If you commit a crime in your territory, say your embassy or council, and it's your people that you're killing, all we ask is that the person who did the crime be extradited out of our territory within 18 of your hours. That's what the Turkish should do. So you see, Americans, you guys are involved in a situation that's not of your doing, but it is of your doing. So you guys got nobody to blame but yourself for this situation. And the media for not taking into account what the heck is going on. Thanks.